and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
An event.
Yeah, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. We are at Ramona's again. And if you're anywhere close by, come on down, check it out. I guess a surprise to share with you.
What you got cooking?
But I'm not going to tell you on the air. You got to come and I'll whisper in your ear.
What you got cooking?
I'm not telling.
Happy Monday to you.
I'm sorry, your name is?
My name is, it's nice to be here. What show would this be called? It has been, wow, a long week.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, man, all I can tell you is anyone who is homesick, please stay home because you should not be out doing what you're doing because then you get this rebound thing that I got and then God says, you're going back to bed.
Yes,
and when God says you're going back to bed, you go back to bed and you go no place until God says you are well enough to leave the house. So I'm telling you, it is out there and it is rampant. We sent 2 interns home, 3?
Yeah, sent 2.
We sent 2 of our crew home today. They walked in, one sneezed, one had a stomach ache. We said, go home. It's not because we don't want to be with you. It's because the only place you're going to heal is at home, which is really a great segment to kick into this whole health and wellness segment that we got going. We're live at Ramona's.
She says all the nice things. If you're sick, stay out there. I don't want to get sick. So Jackie Birch, goodbye.
Glenn went
goodbye.
home.
Go home. Anybody sick? Anybody sick? Hector, you look like a hoodman. Please take that out. Thank you. If you're sick, the door is there. See you tomorrow. Because I don't want to get sick.
But we are live at Ramona's Kosher Italian Eatery, which is so spectacular in West Boca. We're on, I guess it's, what's the road? We are on, Ramona, what is this? Kimberly, right?
19785 Hampton Drive.
Hampton Drive is where we are. We're between Lyons and 441 on Kimberly. It's so spectacular. Ramona's like mom. She comes in, she goes, what can you eat? I'll make you an omelet. Have an omelet before we start the show. So
That's
the
some
kids go,
omelet
that
you
looks
make.
really good. But she's
That's
going to
huge.
feed you guys. I know, right?
Huge omelet.
Because pretty much I'm down to eating soup and eggs. I was talking to Brooke. Soup, eggs, and salad. That's what I live on.
Really?
And then there's people that cook, like Ramona and Ann, and probably your wife. And then there's people like me that don't.
Ah, that's the excuse. You don't cook because...
Because why?
I don't know. You can come to Ramona's, right?
My question is why? There's so much great food around. I think it's so much better just to come here.
My
And you
fingers
know
sound
what?
like
She delivers too.
Does she? They
She-
deliver?
Ramona delivers, and Ramona is actually the closest Orthodox kosher restaurant to
She deliver
Trump.
to me?
She'll deliver for you. Will you deliver to Freddie, Ramona?
We're open Saturday nights now.
Really?
Yes. from
Congratulations.
about 7 o'clock to about midnight. Yeah, I'm gonna have a special menu, so,
To midnight.
yeah, something like that.
Wow. You're going to stay past 9 o'clock.
But they don't open until 7 after
Only
Shabbat.
restaurant in Boca that stays
Saturday
open till after 9.
night, right.
Only restaurant in Boca after 9.
It's because
We'll
they
be
open
here.
at sundown.
Sundown. Every restaurant in Boca. I don't.
You're going to
I don't
learn this,
understand.
Freddie.
When I'm
Freddie,
in
we're
New
going to
York-
learn this.
But all of a sudden, everywhere. Everywhere. They close at 9 o'clock.
Boca restaurants close early. I don't know why.
In
People
Tampa,
go
they
out
close
early.
at 5. What is it with that?
Pretty much. I don't know. But we're live at Ramona, so come on out, have some lunch. It is a beautiful day outside. They have been packed busy since you got here this morning before I
I
did.
called you and I said, we got a problem.
You've had the kids. They had the rabbi here. He was doing a whole learning session.
wasn't
It's really
moving the
been.
rabbi. Let's
I
not
know.
go on
Ramona
that.
says move the rabbi, and I said I'm going to move the rabbi. So I went
Ain't happening.
and I said to Sam, I said Ramona says. That's how you know the wife says.
She wasn't here.
But we did it, so thank you, Sam, and thank you for everyone for moving things around. It's just an amazing day. It's beautiful outside. It's Monday. We are kicking off a really big week for us, fingers crossed. It was funny because I said to B, we were putting out the shoot for this week. I said Monday we're Ramona's, Tuesday we're setting up. Wednesday I said with hope and faith, or grace and faith, we're going to be at the studio, and that's what she put
It looks
on
like
the
Wednesday
post.
we're going to open up for a show.
That's what I'm counting on.
So we're going to invite everybody. You know, if it isn't ready, you come to the new studio. If it's not ready, I make a cup of coffee. I mean, you know, what difference does it make?
But our
come
goal
on
is to
down.
at least have the show up and running. We've got a lot of growth, a lot of decorating to do.
That's right. I
but
need a
we're
lot of
gonna-
hands. We have a move-in party.
We've got
Lots
Hector
of
coming
pizza.
tomorrow. Lots of pizza, lots of moving in. We got things to do, things to paint, things to hang, lots of ideas. But you know what?
It's
It's
home.
good to be free, is what I can tell you.
It's time to open up and start a
Time
new
to open
chapter
up and
in the
grow and
book,
go.
right?
100%.
And we're home in Boca.
We are going to be in East Boca. Our new location is at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard. It says Little Palm Family Theater still because we haven't changed the signage. But everyone who knows where that is, you can't miss us. We've got a lot to do.
Northwest 2nd.
Kids, you can put on your roller skates. Exactly.
Yeah, nice place. Nice big place, a lot of room. Podcasting is going to be put in there. All sorts of ideas are flowing in there. And we've always extended ourselves to the community. If you got a business and you need a voice, let us help you out to get there.
So we've got a lot to do. We've got Ben joining us from the Jewish Cannabis Association and Total Holistic Center. So I'm excited about that.
Thank you for
And
having
we've
me.
got Brooke with Skin Fusion Studio. And if my skin could look like yours, I'm sold. I'm in. You know
She
what?
does what?
Skin rejuvenation, facials, and
Really? Like,
And
is
wellness.
that is that like the patch of skin thing?
no patch of
Remember that?
skin.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking about that here.
I just want you to know, I never know who's coming up.
We're not talking
I
about that
never know
here.
who's going to be here. I didn't even know she was going to be here, and I know her. But she brought in the company that did something with skin. They grew skin. One of the most remarkable things I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, we're not going to talk about that though on this show.
But they did.
What did
I'm
they
just
do
saying.
with
So rejuvenate
They
skin.
grew foreskin.
No, they didn't. Regular skin.
Oh, that's foreskin. I
What's
thought you
the
meant the
matter
one
with
from
you?
the stem cells.
Okay, what fever was she at? No, we're not talking about that.
Remember that stem
No,
cell
I
show
do
we
not.
did?
That was a different world.
But right, that's what I thought you were talking about.
No, the 4x4.
Oh, that was an amazing
All right,
concept.
let's start the show.
This company, and we'll talk about that off air because we're not promoting that
Yes.
company. We're going to talk about Total Holistic and Skin Fusion
Let's
Studio.
talk about skin fusion.
You have a menu with it because Ramona has been talking about Brooke. Do you know Brooke Ann? Has been talking about Brooke since we've known her, and your skin and everything you do. And then you bring this menu and how you change facials and you use
I
herbology.
thought that was
and,
like a thing to.
oh
This
my
is my
gosh.
personal recipe. I have a proprietary book that allows me to mix and blend botanical blends, active blends, taking herbs and flowers and crushing them up and putting them freshly made for the person that's there for their type of treatment that they want to get.
Okay.
So we start with a consultation. We take a look. I find out what they're interested in, what concerns they have, and then from there I go ahead and mix anything.
Talk right into your mic so they can hear you.
Okay, and then I go ahead and I mix anything from whether it's papaya, bee pollen, ginseng, horsetail, lemongrass.
Horsetail.
Horsetail. The
Okay,
liquid.
so-
It's liquefied.
Liquefied horsetail.
Liquefied.
So what is all this stuff
Liquefied
do to this?
horsetail.
I don't want to go down there because
There's-
you're going to make fun of me.
And also carrot. Also carrot. That's
course, why
already
not?
been ground down.
May I
and
see?
liquefied.
By the beta king, whatever that's called. By the
Beta
A Vitamix? Beta carotene?
Yeah.
And
This
aloe
is
vera,
amazing. When you
eye
said
caps.
you change the pH and then you go home with your own skin
Right.
regimen.
What I do is, meaning by pH, the formulas are geared towards whatever we're trying to address. So whatever's going on, I work with bringing your pH down a little bit depending on what we need to do. And then I bring your pH back up before you leave. So that way you're not leaving with having disruption on your skin. We neutralize it, we bring that back up. And then the water that I use during treatments are also, they're not tap water. It's alkaline water, and it's treated water, or it's oxygenated water.
So there's a
And-
chemistry to all this.
When you come into the suite, yes, it looks like
How
a
long you
lab.
been doing this?
19 years.
But you look like you're 21,
Oh, well, thank you.
right?
I've never seen, and you know, I've been through a
Yeah,
few.
another one.
I've been through a few things on my face before, but I've never heard of anything like this. With the fresh botanicals and changing everything, it's people. They open their jar, and maybe they have a line made for them. But you know me.
Do you go every week?
Do you have to go every week?
Yeah. In other words, do you go in there every week to have this done? Is it once a
No,
month?
you don't. You know, people come in. I have either they come in once a week, depending on what we're trying to do, or once every 2 weeks, or once a month.
Get your skin in shape.
It's interesting because Linda had surgery, and sometimes when you have surgery, there are scars, there are all sorts of things that get left behind. Can you help people with that, women?
We do have. I have certain herbs, vitamin K. There's also stem cell that I have that can help them heal. I have oxygen, an oxygenated system that I can use.
Well, that's it.
Ozone that I can use, yeah.
But I'm
Ozone too.
fascinated by the products because I've tried many, many products, and to see this, it's just amazing. All different ages, everything that you do.
Thank you.
And with wellness, it sort of goes in with what we were talking about, Ben, and what your wife does. Do you know Ben?
I don't, but I also
just
have
met.
a CBD treatment.
CBD treatment for your skin.
I do.
Amazing.
I
What do you
live in
do?
Colorado.
Okay.
So I'm very up on all the nutrition and the holistic and the ozone and injections and things
Where
like
did
that.
you
I'm a
learn?
registered practitioner.
Where did you learn your training?
Well, I learned from a couple sources. The Aesthetic Institute for Practitioners. I learned my integrated health for skincare. In Colorado, it was Genesis Med Spa. I had my training there for what they taught. They were wonderful. And then Dr. Wynn, who was a holistic doctor. He mixed both whole wellness and even with the dentistry and what he believed in. So I learned a lot of different things from there because we had a section for mind and body, and then the other section was dental. So that's where I also got my training, which was from him.
And tell me about your CBD facials, right? Or you put
It's-
that on afterwards?
It's CBD, and there are treatments where there's the cleanser. I have the oil. I also do a treatment called myofasciology. It's taught in the dental field, and what it is, I hate the word to say. I don't like to say dysfunction. I don't do that, but it's to help with the muscles for people that are clinching, grinding, neck strains, back, shoulders, all of that. And I will also use that oil to help them in that sensitive areas of the neck, shoulders, and back, and sometimes around the TMJ joints.
Wow. Fascinating, right? Ramona,
It's
you
really
did
a
good.
whole wellness.
She's amazing. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Bring up a chair.
She does my facial.
And we can actually see in all the different fields how everything is becoming integrative. It's not only a segmented, you go to your podiatrist or you go to a dermatologist or a segmented physician care model anymore. Now you can go to integrative practitioners that talk to you about mind, body, and lifestyle in all of these amazing different ways. And as we see, the endocannabinoid system is playing a huge part in a lot of the wellness and a lot of the preventive care that we can actually access very readily available now.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because that becomes one of the problems with the keeping the information a secret because you're going to disrupt a lot of what care allegedly with a pill is
Those are great
doing.
pants, by the way. Look
Okay.
at his pants. Kosher donuts. Sorry, I digress.
So I think that the industry as a whole would enjoy having the information that the two of you actually know and have been trying to teach people this thing. But I can see it all the time. It always comes back, well, we already have something in play. We don't want you to mess up the system that's there. I mean, you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah, because look, today your average person goes to an internal medicine physician with, let's say, something going on in their foot. The internal medicine, the internal medicine doctor goes and says, "Oh, well, I can't really help you. You got to go to a podiatrist." Now, after you spent all that time with the podiatrist and with the office and the appointment and everything else, now the podiatrist says, hey, listen, we can't really help you here either. You got to go to a dermatologist. Now, after you went to a dermatologist and all that, you know, you're getting some kind of cream maybe that's helping the topical aspect of what's going on, but internally, without affecting the mind, without affecting the nutrients, the gut, the pH of the whole system, you're not really going to have any kind of long-term positive effects. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are now seeing a lot of the negative side effects of the combination of all of these pills that are controlling the symptoms, but not really going to the root cause of the issue.
Which is interesting in the endocannabinoid system. And Brooke, when you talk about wellness, what else do you do as far as the wellness field?
Detox. There's body detox. There's body detox treatments. We have a tent, and we put herbs in there, and that helps to clean out the pores. It helps with any sprains,
tent?
aches. It's a tent. It actually
lay
goes
down
from
in the
your
tent?
you're on this bed, and the tent goes from your neck to your feet.
That's an okay
And you can
tent.
actually fall asleep and just relax, and it just purges the pores, your body, it helps your muscles, and the herbs are going in. As you're opening up and dilating the pores and cleansing that out, you're purifying it, you're also allowing the herbs to come in.
It sounds amazing to me. I'm afraid that if I did that, all my toxins would come out and I get sick again.
You just come out with sneakers in here. You'll be detoxified. I also heard you can put this in like a water, alkaline water, and you put the herbs in there and you lay in it. I heard this in India, they're doing this now. You lay in it, and it's like that company that does the, they put you in that tub and they turn the lights out and all that. But
Oh, the
they're
float
using,
tank.
but they're using your technology in alkaline water, and you actually lay in there. You can't drown because they sort of hold your neck up, and they stay there. And the next thing you know, all that stuff goes down the drain. All that negative stuff coming out of your body.
But I'm fascinated that it all works together. You're right. It's one piece, one thing, but it's your whole body.
It's
works.
everything.
Everything works together. And you know what? When you're sick, it comes out, it disrupts your skin. You get breakouts, you get your body, it has to release the
mental.
toxin somewhere. Well, yeah, I haven't seen you in a few days. It's been a
little
long time.
mental.
I know,
We
right?
even have salt treatments.
What does
Salt.
that do?
It's new. It's the salt treatment. When you come in the room, there's already a salt treatment sort of going on where you inhale the salt, helps with sinuses, helps with negativity, helps breathing, it helps with your lungs. But also I have it goes on the skin, help to exfoliate your skin, the salt treatments. It's
You
like
put the salt
it's a
on your skin.
resurfacing to smooth out your skin.
You take
I'm
a
just-
salt bath.
It's amazing using the botanicals,
salt.
but if you think what's old is new again, right? You go back to
Would
the
you
basics.
take a salt bath?
Sure.
Would you go in a salt bath all the way through?
I told you, as long as it's not bubbles, Jewish girls don't do bubble baths, but salt baths we could probably do.
You don't do bubble baths.
No.
You didn't have Mr. Bubble when you were growing up?
Oh, yeah, and that's when you learn Jewish girls don't do bubble baths. Not a thing. That's all I can tell you. Teddy will tell you. Thumbs up. And he's laughing. He
That
knows.
You don't do bubble bath?
No. Right?
Never heard of that.
Not a thing.
And in when you're Puerto Rican, we couldn't afford Mr. Bubble. We used to use
Oh my God,
Dawn
Mr.
or
Bubble.
dishwashing
You
liquid.
did not. No. For your sister?
Not my sister, for me, and my sister.
Oh my gosh, no,
Well,
it's
we
not a
couldn't
thing.
afford Mr. Bubble, so my mother bought it once. It was in enough, it was a box, and she says, "Okay, this is the only time you're gonna get this." And I kept the box for years. It was empty, and I used to put a little dishwashing dish in there. And she used to say, "Oh, you still have Mr. Bubbles?" I said, "Yeah."
Well, here's my question. When we do the tent and we do the salt baths and we cleanse our pores and we release everything, what do we replenish our bodies with? Because now we've depleted ourselves of a
You
lot
have
of
a
things.
huge void.
Good question. I do a pH test to see how your body is running. And then at that point, the suggestion is to replenish your system with good alkalinity in the water, depending on how your body is running. And there's a pH water. Either I recommend Essentia or Smart Water, but a good water, good bottled water, and start replenishing. We do have that I get from Colorado. It's one of those pH adjustments for the water that people can purchase and take home. And that helps them. They keep it in for 15 minutes, and it helps to adjust the water.
Interesting, because you think you're releasing everything, right? But your body needs to be replenished. When everything is released, it needs water, it needs nutrients, it needs healthy modalities.
And this is water, right? If I'm drinking a lot of beer, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Just ask. We want to know.
Scotch doesn't work either.
How do people find you?
Well, usually it's word of mouth, recommendations, referrals, the website. I also go to certain facilities, places, and I'm a guest speaker there.
And you're located where?
Right, La Fontana, 9045 La Fontana Boulevard. I'm on the second floor, Suite 209. And I'm nestled in a very charming a suite that's
Okay.
on the west side.
What town is this?
Right here, around the corner.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
She's right around the corner
I
from
didn't even know
here.
this part existed.
Right around the
Go
corner.
right through those houses there, and there she is.
And your phone number to find you?
It's 561-563-2295.
I can't wait to try it. I have to tell you, if my skin could look anything like yours, oh my gosh, I'm so in.
Thank you.
I know, don't laugh,
You're
but
gonna take
it's
a
true.
tribe with you. I can see that.
My
Patty will
tribe.
be there.
But you know what? My tribe will come with me because there are other places in town, and you know what? They don't do this.
You know, it's really funny. I don't know anything about Boca.
You don't know
I'm
anything
so-
about skincare and
No,
women.
but I don't know anything about Boca because we did all our shows in Delray. So I know all about Delray. I know about the restaurants and down here. I know Ramona, and I know the new studio. So I know.
That's all you need to know.
And the
And now
radio
you know
station.
Brooke, and now you're good. But skincare is really important, especially in Boca. Women rely a lot on their skincare.
Well, you got a lot of sun out here. Sun.
Sun- well,
60-degree weather, 50-degree weather.
It's beautiful out.
And men as well, because you want to make sure that your skin is the largest organ in your body. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of toxins, as well as bodily fluids, are actually transferred out. So you want to make sure that the pores are clean. You want to make sure that the body's breathing not only through your nose and mouth, but also through your skin pores as well. What that does is it really helps with the cycle of emptying out all the different things that are inside of the body that cause inflammation. So by sweating those things out, you're actually doing a lot of preventive work in order to stop yourself from having those colds. In order for, if your immune system is functioning properly, and healthy skin is a big part of a good immune system, you should not have any kind of colds. What colds are is a buildup of inflammation inside of your body. So colds, any kind of dis-ease, or any kind of pain, inflammation, all those things are really associated with a high amount of inflammation in the body, and not being able to either cleanse it out or have a good way to kind of get it out of the body starts to fight itself.
And the Total Holistic Center, you address a lot of these things.
Oh, 100%. My wife, Dr. Anya Temer, is one of the pioneer physicians here in South Florida for medical marijuana evaluations, and for you to be able to get your cannabis card. But mainly, the main concern is three aspects, which is lowering your inflammation, lowering your toxicity, increasing bioavailability of nutrients and very important essential vitamins and minerals. We have specific blood tests that go, and basically you come to our office, or we could ship them to you. Those blood tests reveal which foods are specifically inflammatory to you, it's not a allergic reaction, but a inflammatory process that happens on the inside, and we don't even see it. So we have the food inflammation testing, bionutrient testing, a lot of different types of blood work, as well as different types of samples from the body that could be taken for heavy metals, glyphosate, all these different things that affect our inflammation parameters in the body. And what we do is we create a mind, body, and lifestyle approach that really helps essentially in all aspects of your life to get to that place where you want to get to that lifestyle that you
And
need.
you have how many locations?
Right now, 4 locations, one in Lake Worth, one in here in Boca, in West Boca by Sandalfoot. another location in Fort Lauderdale and Sunrise.
Now, I also heard that there are 4 different types of cannabis that are given to the system depending on what they find. Is that true? Some of it being stronger, some of it working in the body differently for the medical marijuana. Is that true? Because I know somebody who they put him on one and they switched it to something else. Different leaves do different things.
So what has different effects on the body is the different types of cannabinoids and their concentration. So depending on the type of cannabinoid, so a lot of people heard of CBD. So that's one that a lot of people know about. It's a non-psychoactive cannabinoid, part of the plant. There's also THC that's psychoactive that people experience euphoria with. So depending on the ratio of those cannabinoids in the product that you're getting, depending on how you ingest that product, because when you're smoking it and when you're doing an oral tincture or a topical, it's very different. So there are a few factors to discuss when talking about specifically individual use or consumption, because everybody's so different. So my body can tolerate, let's say, a different ratio of cannabinoids than your body, and everybody's body has that key, that ratio that we can tap into eventually. Sometimes it takes a few different products, sometimes it takes a few different
That's what I think is the
versions.
hardest part, though, is figuring out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and titrating it up or bringing it down, changing carrier oils. And that's where you need to consult a medical professional. You need to consult Brooke with the different skincare. I mean, it's where you need the help in doing it because it's not our area of specialty.
Yep. And you know what? Get it right. Because I know some people, they got it wrong, and they were driving around, and they had to pull over because they were all over the place. And I know I have good friends of mine call me, hey, can you come get me? I'm having a little difficult time here because they didn't read they didn't do the blood work that you're talking about either. So,
I think the blood work goes kind of hand in hand with the show you did on Wednesday. I'm sorry I missed it,
Yeah.
but
She's gonna be
talking
there
about
tonight.
different medications that your body reacts better to than others. And it goes the same type of thing. It's what your DNA and how your makeup is, so you know what medications are going to work for you and what aren't. So I think all of this is fascinating. But I really think at the end of the day, going back to botanicals and going back to herbology is a huge
the wave of the
plus.
future,
I
as they
think
say.
we got to go back because then we don't have side effects, right? We talked about that.
And we see the universities. We see all the universities right now. We've been speaking to Miami-Dade College, Florida University also. They have programs right now that are teaching their science majors, their biology majors, their even the law majors regarding the value of integrative and a holistic botanical approach. So if there's something that you can do naturally, integratively, without chemicals, that should be the first. That
that's
really
what
should
you're
be the
doing,
first line
right?
of defense.
Well, that's what I do. What I do is plasma. I can draw your blood, take your plasma, spin it, take your plasma, and put that back into your skin.
That's that vampire facial thing.
But I don't call it vampire.
Oh,
You
good.
did not. No, I don't call. I call it plasma
A
lift.
PRP. Okay, plasma lift. That's
Is
a
it
better
red?
name.
Is it red?
And I also have a section for men. You know, it's called Just for Men. So
Ah!
yeah, Just for Men.
You've
So
I'm
you
gonna
guys
take
are
a look.
Just for
not
Men.
excluded. You guys, no.
We
You're
love to
always
be
asking for a
pampered,
men's section, a
I know,
men's
it's always been
something.
women.
Right? And you're always saying, what about men?
Men.
You want to get a treatment?
Vampire. I want to do the plasma.
Do you?
Have you done any?
No, I want to do. Do I have? I have a little bit.
PRP to promote hair growth?
You know, I haven't had anyone come in for that. I mean, that would be great to do on someone. Yeah. I mean, I have all the modalities needed for it, but no one's ever has a question.
And what about exosomes? Have you heard about that?
No.
All right, let's give out everyone's information. How do people find Total Holistic Center?
So online, it's totalholisticcenter.com, and you could call us at any time, 561-323-4994, and find us on any of the Facebook, social media, Instagram. as well, a total holistic center.
And Brooke, how do we find you?
Skin Fusion Studio. Our website is www.skinfusionstudio.com. We also have Instagram. And our phone number is 561-563-2295.
And are you open on weekends, Saturdays?
We are. We're
Till midnight?
Monday through Sunday.
Till
Oh,
midnight?
you're 7 days?
Pretty much. We do take a break on Tuesdays and Thursdays sometimes to regroup. We have two other gals that are there, and we take time off on those 2 days to regroup, take classes, see what's going on. Sometimes I also teach a class. So, yeah.
Appointments are...
I can't wait to try it. I'm in.
Yeah,
Just
give
came
us a
back
call.
from seminar for a 2-day seminar.
I'm so in. All right, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Ramona. We're going to talk to Dr. Kessler. We got a lot of things going on, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Natural ingredients and providing a safe alternative method for relief from many symptoms, creating a healthier lifestyle without the use of opioids. Use hemp bokeh products for improved mental health and overall well-being. It's safe, legal, and non-psychoactive. Our pure and high-quality CBD is from clean industrial hemp, then extracted slowly over days to produce the strongest and most effective products on the market, made in the U.S. with no synthetic ingredients. Committed to bringing our customers the highest grade CBD oil on the market. Our industrial hemp, it's organic with no solvents and pesticides, gluten-free, vegan, full spectrum, and third-party double lab tested. Our top priority is your health and wellness, and we are confident you will love our products and the amazing relief so you can enjoy the things you love to do. Try our products and start living a healthier lifestyle. Hemp bokeh, good health and good sense are two of life's greatest blessings.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a cruise planner's travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
We're back.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Manuel, is that better or worse? I don't know what it is. Hopefully the sound sounds better or worse. Same? Same. Look on the board. Don't look at your ears. All right, and we are back. And I want to...
Freddie is
Yes, I wanna
validating
see
Brooke's
this.
age. He's got to put his glasses on. She was born in 1959.
Holy smokes.
Unbelievable. She's
Wow,
gorgeous.
is this a real driver's license? Wow, that is amazing.
Brooke, you're absolutely gorgeous. Oh my
Unbelievable.
gosh, I'm in. It's so funny because last week I said to Freddie, I'm done trying anything new. Monday I'm back on the showing roll. I'm in, I'm trying it. Am I just like the best marketing person that anyone could target market would be me?
Yes, but I have to give her a lot of credit. If I look like that,
She's a walking
she looks
billboard.
like she's 20-something.
Ramona, how did you meet her?
Next door at the dry cleaners.
Is that what it is? You
Really?
go next door
I met
and
her
you-
at the dry cleaners, and it took me a while. I was building the restaurant, and then she said, "Why don't you come?" And I'm always into some kind of skincare, but I didn't have anybody since I moved to Florida, and I've been with Brooke now for over 2 years. And my skin
Amazing.
is feeling so good, and when my skin is good and my face looks good, then I feel good.
I
And
think a
she's
lot
amazing.
of people, right?
I'm going right after we leave here.
It's a lot of people, you can spackle and paint and look good on the outside, but then you got to feel good on the inside too. And I
Yes,
love that their
but you have
products
to
are
look good on the
holistic
outside.
and the botanicals and everything. I can't wait to try it. I don't think I'm going to do the plasma, but I'm going to try the other
Oh
things.
no, you got to try her jelly masks.
We got lots of
after
things
she
to try.
does a treatment, she puts on a jelly mask, and it is so refreshing. And it's so moisturizing to your skin.
And yes, we are live at
And we move
Ramona's
on.
Kosher Kitchen in Boca Raton, and this is Ramona. Ramona is like
Hi,
home. Being
again.
here is like being home,
Yes,
right?
it is. It's like being home. She got my mother's name. Unbelievable.
Right?
And I am shocked at some of the things that I am learning all around me today.
It's just unbelievable. We're in West Boca Raton. What is our address here?
19785 Hampton Drive, and I'm in West Boca. I'm right between 441 and Lyons.
And it's kosher, it's vegetarian. You've had some vegan options as
And
well.
vegan options also, yeah. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And now we're open on Saturday nights from approximately 7:30 to approximately midnight.
And you deliver.
Oh, we do deliver. We've delivered all the way down to Federal Highway. We deliver all over.
And
then we have-
you make pizza, right?
We make pizza.
Can you imagine the best food at midnight is pizza,
True that.
and the best breakfast is cold pizza.
Well, I just had eggs. I have to tell you, my Kira's a little jealous because Ramona made me this delicious omelet, and I got to
It was
eat
bigger than
before
you.
air, and I never get to do that. So I'm really, it was delicious.
Yeah, we're going to make
amazing.
pizza for everybody in a few minutes. I'm just waiting for make sure that he serves everybody that's out there.
And our crew is on point, so thank you. Brooke, hang around. We'll do a little more chit-chatting. And Ann is joining us, and Ann brought is it Ron or Ron? Ron Kessler. And I got to tell you, your post, Ann, you got a lot of comments. You got a lot of people talking, and it's something that you and I talk about all the time. Actually, I talked about this when my kids were little, was I never let them go online and play games with other people. And everyone looked at me, and my kids are now 28 and 25 now. And they said, I can't believe you're the only mother that doesn't let your kids go online and play random games. I said, I don't know who they're playing with. How can I let my kids be playing games online with people I have no idea who they are? And this was 20 years ago. So now things have totally changed. And everyone's always on their phone. And technology. The one thing about being sick is I put my technology down. You saw there were no posts. I read no emails. I've signed no contracts. But sometimes we just have to stop because I think it's rewiring our minds that we get addicted to technology. Now, there are good things about technology, don't get me wrong, but when we're talking about our kids' minds, there's things we have to work with. So tell us what you do.
Basically, I work with.
Talking to your mic.
Talking to your mic.
Oh, okay. Basically, in the last 4 years, I've switched to doing my regular thing with Sparks of Genius, and what I've seen in terms of.
I'll hold it.
Okay. Oh, thank you. So basically what I do is I'm seeing about 80% now of kids, either 10, 11, or 12, or 15, 16, and 17, really falling apart. And I basically see them, and I work with the parents, and we're just trying to get, we're just trying to get them, number one, to get the moms, to make sure, remember that's the most important thing in their life is their kid. And what we're seeing is a lot of negativity, and the dads don't really come around so much as they need to. I do a work with them as well. But the bottom line of this is it's very serious, and it's basically, I brought something here, you can only see it, but What's now is basically right now is to reset your children's brain, and they're going around here and looking around, and some people are going to these places. I don't do that kind of work. I just work out of my office, and I do go around to see give some speeches like this. This is a real good opportunity for me to tell you what's going on with these screens, and it's not pretty.
Well, what are you finding? I mean, someone told me if your kid's 8 years old, you and I were at a place last week already, and kids are getting cell phones by the age of 8.
Correct.
I don't understand why sorry, I'm old school. Why does a child need a cell phone at the age of 8?
No child should have before a 10 at all.
Before 10?
The
I would
earliest.
even say 10.
Well,
Right?
that's what's happening. They're getting these fourth graders. Basically, that's what they're doing. They're getting stuck.
Now, I understand, I guess, middle school, when you're going home on your own.
Yeah, but let me ask you. A parent will give a child a phone, and then when the parent wants to learn how to use the phone, he goes to the child.
The parents, in generally, the
That's
parents,
what they do.
But the parents started. They have all the stuff to do it.
No, I understand that, but you see, parents love shortcuts. They love shortcuts being parents. They love shortcuts at work. They love shortcuts. So you buy a phone. I remember this because I had two boys that went complete opposite with this. Gio was
Now can
playing.
build a phone.
He was playing with people all over the world in these video games back in the day. I didn't know. They ratted him out to me because Freddie didn't do that. But if I ever needed anything, if I ever need any information on my phone, I used to go to my kids. So I was just as guilty, part of the problem, because I thought the quickest way of getting something resolved on my phone was to ask the ones that are always on it. I never knew the damage that I was creating in the later lives, which is, I think, a little bit about what you're touching about.
Yeah.
What are you finding that's going on
Going on with whom, when, where?
with the kids and the cell phones and the technology? Are their brains getting rewired, or we need to rewire them back?
The brains are being rewired, and they're spending so much time more with 4 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours a day on their strength. You go over here, you look at middle school students. What are they doing? Okay? And they're really hurting. And no one should really have, for me, basically no one should have a cell phone in school ever, although you can't do anything without a laptop
we
or
need
whatever it is, so we have that. So basically what this thing is, in terms of what I'm talking about today, which is recovery from screen addiction, is these kids are getting ensnared by technology as it's destructive. And what I'm trying to do here is to promote healthy relationships with technology. You ask me, do you have a cell phone?
Sure.
Okay. Would you have anything else? What other electronics? What other?
About 400
A computer, a
computers.
few computers, a few production
A
things.
few?
Yes.
We have plenty of computers.
Yeah.
We are always on our phone.
Yeah.
It is a lifeline to our business.
Uh-huh.
And the bottom line is I communicate with my kids more through my phone than seeing them.
Okay.
True story. I see Gio more.
Well, your kid, one lives here, one doesn't.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. And now what they're doing is they're FaceTiming me all of a sudden.
But I
all of a
think it
sudden they're getting
provokes-
to see my grandbaby grow
Yes.
through the phone. The other thing is, because of everything that's going on out there, everybody wants your kid to have a phone so that if there's a shooting,
That's the
Yeah.
other thing.
you want to know where your kid is. So they have a button you hit, I'm safe, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So you can follow kids on your phone now. I mean, the game has changed where you're using the phone in a different aspect. I think that the gaming industry should be more responsible.
100%.
I think starting kids out younger. You see, but, and she's going to argue with me, I always come back to the same argument. I think we need to educate parents. I think that the fault lies in us as parents not taking accountability. You know, your kid can run amok. He can do whatever. And then he ends up in jail. I've taken a lot of kids and gone to jail and said, listen, I got to get him out of here because his own parents
But I
don't
think
show
we
up.
need to set boundaries as parents, right, for our kids and this
But the
technology.
parents do that.
How can parents do it? They do the best they can. They should also, the main thing about parenting is that they need to do it as a job,
Correct.
okay? I think the important thing is what they do. The parents. This is the parents.
Right.
The parents really need to know what needs to be done, and what needs to be done is they need to come in and be positive and look for one or two, no more, of something that they have a passion for and a talent for, and so that they're doing something positive every day. And that may seem simple, but it's not. So that's one of my gifts, they tell me, is that with whoever it is, I always find something, somewhere, this is why sparks of genius, that's good and it's going to work. For example, like I do a lot with juggling. I didn't bring my juggling balls, but I basically start out and I'll throw a kid a ball, or a woman, or a girl. It doesn't matter. I see people now in the 20s. So what I want to do is I just want to get something that's positive and example. So basically, I'll throw a ball, and then I'll start juggling 2 balls. And they'll say, "Oh, that's cool, Dr. Ron," or whoever's doing it. So from that, then what I have is something, again, for an example with, let's say, what's a good example? Give me a second here. Oh, okay. I'll juggle 3 balls. Now, why would I do that, and why would I spend so much time in looking at something that's that positive? And the reason is, and you'll see this, all of a sudden, I throw the mother a ball, or the father. The fathers don't come so much anymore. That's part of my job. So what happens is, all of a sudden, the daughter throws the ball to the mom, and all of a sudden, and they drop the ball, and so I'm juggling, and doing something this, and it's just on the first or second visit. But what they want to do, what I want them to do, is to communicate. Number one.
That's the key.
Okay. So what happens is, when it works well, what happens is in say a month, they're juggling back and forth, and they're communicating. And that's just one creative way to...
I think the key is communication, right? We have to open, it's like we do on our show. We have everyone sit here and we have an open discussion. But we're missing that with our kids. We're missing the dinner times. We miss breakfast and lunch for sure. And if we're missing dinner times and they're on the phone, it's more than putting your phone down at dinner. It's have a communication. Do something, engage in activity, play a game.
Well, I want to ask him a question. And I want to ask everybody a question.
Yes.
I think that we are so guilty of wanting to be our kids' friend, and we've forgotten how to be a parent. I love my boys, I do, but I'm dad. I'm gonna still be a parent, making them decisions they're not gonna like. I don't want to be friends with my kids, and I see a lot of parents nowadays. They want to be best friends with their kids.
Because we hate to say no,
Well,
because no means you disappoint them, and
But Mom, you saying no, that's acceptable. When life tells you no, then there's no deal in that. No means no out there. Over here, you may get a chance.
No means maybe. Okay, we'll rework it. We'll do a workaround.
It just bothers me because it finds an back door to parenting. Now, in the day we used to play sports, I used to play stickball.
Sure.
Because I was the last one picked. There must have been 20 people picked for these teams, right?
Yeah.
Freddie was always last. So my cousin Juju said, "I'm tired of seeing you be last." And we went to work, and he pitched, and he this, and that. I became one of the better hitters. I wasn't last anymore, but I remember that. So I started creating my own leagues at the age of 11.
Wow.
And I used to bring in all the worst players. Because it doesn't matter to me if you're a great player, you go play with this big guy over here, you're going to go play all day long. But it's the poor kids that never got picked. Those are the ones that I want. But I think that's parents' jobs. When I coach, I used to tell my parents, listen, your kid is mine for now. You go home, you throw that football to your kid. Mom, sister, brother, nephew, the dog, I didn't care. And you share what he learned here today at home. We just forgotten how to do that.
The problem is now, my daughter's 38 years old, and when I raised her, I came from a family of yelling, so I promised myself that I would not be a yeller to my daughter. And when I raised her, I pick and chose my arguments with her. And like you said, Freddie, I was always her parent, but I allowed her to make certain decisions for herself. And now, as a mother, most of the time she does the same thing, because I have a special needs grandson, so sometimes you have to be a little tougher. But yeah, I was listening to Joyce Kaufman coming here, and she was speaking about if you want smart kids, then you have to shut off the TV, you have to shut off all the electronics, and you have to have them play Scrabble, trivia, talk to them. You know, otherwise, if they're still going to be on all the gadgets, they're not going to be smart kids. These aren't the kids that are going to go to Yale. These aren't the kids that are going to Harvard. These aren't the kids that are going to go to college. And so this is exactly what I'm hearing from you. I mean, if you want a communication, and we just keep blocking communication, it's easier for a parent these days just to not be than to be a parent.
Now let me ask you. My son Gio always got in trouble in school.
So did I.
So I sat him down and I said, okay, what is the problem? Why are you always talking? He says, Dad, I'm bored. My son telling me he's bored. I said, why are you bored? He says, because what she's teaching me, I already know. So I said, And I went to the school. And I said, I got a problem. Can you help me? They created like a sparkle tank. They created 10, 15 kids that were above the norm and wanted to advance learning. You know, Gio was taking computers and phones apart when the kid was 12. It's just the way his mind works. I can't even understand him sometimes. And you'll see that, right?
I know. Your son's remarkable what he does.
But the bottom line here is good, bad, or indifferent, you're still the parent.
But you know what? Yeah, that's a perfect example of using technology for something good. He created a business. Your son at 14 took technology and he created this. He's now 21, 22.
21, 22.
And he's a husband, he's a father, and he uses this as a business. He sees the importance of, he has Joey on his lap while he's doing his business. But that took a lot of work from you as the parent to structure that. Is that what we're talking about, is the communication lines?
Yeah. I mean, basically what's going on today is the parents okay, number one right now is something called strengths. What kind of strengths? What's going on in schools? I basically, my doctorate's in education. So what's going on within schools? And what's going on in schools is not so good. So the boards, it's the kids who are bored, the boys or the girls. So what really needs to happen is what are called character strengths. They call them, some people call them midos, okay? And what are they? Number one, to have self-control. I mean, without self-control, what have we got? We got nothing. So what's a good example? Being more responsible. You know, these kids are not responsible necessarily.
Accountability, right?
Yeah,
Please and thank you.
Yeah, it's very important. And you don't have to do it with all this intensity and the negativity and the yelling and the shouting, which is what's coming us gone. You know, so what needs to happen is these character strengths, 2 or 3 or 4, start with one and build on it and build on it and build on it. And if it's in school and it's with friends, and again, friends are another issue in terms of what's going on. But what's going on with these kids is it's, how do I say it? First time I haven't been doing this. They're not doing what they need to be doing. What do they need to be doing? What they need to be doing is they need to do their homework, okay? They need to get a good night's sleep, and they're not. They're on their and these things are, and especially the sleeping or sleeplessness and all these things, plus the character strengths. They're responsible. And one of the things that I do a lot with the younger kids is curiosity. What's so important about curiosity on an 8 or 9 or 10-year-old kid? And these kids are just on their screens, and they're not curious. And if they're not curious, and they're probably not going to be creative, and they're going to spend the time 2, 3, 4 hours, then you're not going to have a child who is well balanced. And
how do you get a child to make eye contact, even an adult to make eye contact? I mean, I find myself, I go into the supermarket, I'm so busy on my phone, and the cashier is speaking to me, and I'm apologizing, not making eye contact, as I'm not making eye contact. So for a child, it has to be really much more difficult because they're brought up with this technology. I should know better.
Well, my wife wrote something, and the last thing she said to me to tell you is the best form of recovery is prevention, building healthy screen habits with healthy boundaries when they're young.
Absolutely.
Now, we already missed that boat.
Well, that's the problem.
We got to go back to basics.
Going back to basics and believing that you, the parent, you have an answer. You know, that your kid pouts because you tell them no, so what? And they're not bleeding to death. It isn't going to be anything like that. My son got punished for fighting in school. They gave him 2-day suspension. So I went to the school and I said, okay, you got 2 days. I want 3. I want him to be suspended 5 days. And my son looked at me, he says, are you crazy? I said, yeah. I said, let me tell you something. The school gets 2, but home gets 3. And it had to be always 1 more than what they did in school. Wow. And he'll tell you the story. Freddie learned fighting in school is no longer permitted. He comes to me if he has a problem. We take care of it together. But he'll tell you the story because it stayed with him, and he's teaching his son now. Okay, it's all prepared for him that if behavior is not tolerated, you got to come down strong. I'm not saying to hit your kid. I'm not saying none of that garbage. I'm not talking about that. Try talking to your kid.
We're back to setting boundaries, being creative, having interpersonal skills that seem to be lost. Not on all kids.
You want to know what?
I want to know what happens in the brain.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, let's talk about what happens to the brain with all this technology. How can we use technology for good? We're not saying don't use it, but you know what? Let's use it for something good, and our kids need to be creative. Ballet, sports, all of those things about being a kid.
It's
all there. All right, stay tuned. We're going to take a quick commercial break live from Ramona's Italian Eatery in West Boca, and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today. 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and
new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV.
Tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Farrow Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrowlawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrow Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like
we're back.
And it's good to see you again.
Good to see how you feeling.
Feeling better. It's been a process, I got to tell you. I'm not 20 anymore. I recover from these things in 24 hours.
You look like her over there.
I wish I looked like her over there. I'm going to go to see Brooke to look like Brooke over there.
I know, Brooke.
Pretty amazing.
Unbelievable was all I got to say.
Sometimes you just got to put the technology down is what we're talking about. We're here with Dr. Ron. We're here with Ann. Ann had a question of what's going on with the brain.
Well, yeah, what's going on, Dr. Ron?
Well, the main thing about you with the brain is the child gets 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then what happens is the prefrontal cortex, okay, like right here, you can't see it, but this part of the brain, like for teenagers, 12, 13, 14, some people say like that you should not have any of these things. No, because what happens is that they this isn't working. And what happens with 12, 13, and 14 years and these tweens, whatever they are,
right,
these days, what happens to them is they get in trouble. Because they're too immature, the brain hasn't developed. That's the number one thing.
Well, why doesn't the brain develop with the exposure to technology?
Well, that's a good question. Say it again.
So the brain...
It's closer to your mouth. There you go.
So we see that the children are on the technology for hours and hours a day, and there are many parts of them that don't develop because the technology, I guess, is superimposing over the creative. I don't know what's going on. I'm asking you.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe, is that a good question?
Yeah.
Why are we so concerned about these kids spending so many hours on their technology?
Well, it depends what they're doing with their technology. In
gaming, let's just say gaming.
Gaming's the worst.
Okay, let's talk about gaming.
Well, there are people writing in. I have Muriel's writing in that she had somebody that was a gamer and ended up getting his PhD from Brown. So this kid was a somebody, he became a somebody, and he was a gamer early on in life. So she wants to know the same question you just asked. How does technology reconfigure
Wire
the brain?
It's a hard question for me to answer, to tell you the
I bet
truth.
it is.
And so I'm glad you asked. All I can say is from my knowledge of what's going on in my office and around here, and even with my children and my grandchildren, is that it's not developing in a 12, 13, 14-year-old. I'm only concerned about this, okay?
The frontal lobes, okay.
Okay.
Now, let me ask a different question. Children are all different, just like adults, right? You got some kids that are above the curve, below the curve, DNA, parents, the whole 9 yards, grandparents. Children that don't do well in school, forget about that don't do well in school, for whatever reasons, ADHD or whatever, things that are preoccupying or renting space in the brain. Parents have to recognize what's going on with your kid, no?
100%.
In order to make adjustments. So I think that because a lot of people are writing in here that they have kids that are gamers, it's a big industry, and they're doing very well in school.
Well, here's what I think. You have to go back to different stages in life, right? You've got a baby, and you need that parent interaction. You need that tummy time. You need that time to get your baby to move and to grow and develop the first part, stages. And now, but they've got these ABC 1, 2, 3 games for these kids to be interactive on, but that doesn't substitute for parental involvement. It should not substitute for personal interaction. And even I think in the gaming, you know what? There's something to be said about talking to our crew as Manuel's on his phone. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. You have to be engaged in one task because you cannot multitask and you become addicted to the phone.
I think even more what's happening, what I'm seeing, I'm only talking as a parent of a 15-year-old. What happens is because the pull and the attraction to this game is so satisfying, because what happens, there's immediate need gratification. He plays a game, he gets an immediate hit or an immediate he kills or he gets a point, and that causes some sort of chemical thing in the brain. What's happening with that he is only concerned with playing with pleasure, immediate pleasure, so that homework gets delayed. Everything is done so fast so that they can get back to the game. So what's happening with this hit of pleasure?
Pleasure is everything. That's what these kids do, and that's why they get addicted. And they are addicted, by the way.
Well, you know what? I'm a believer of going out and finding the truth. So I'm going to go over to our intern.
You're going to go out and talk to
I'm going to go talk to them because I got to tell you, I got some of the brightest minds here that are always on their phones. Always. Now, it doesn't mean, I don't know if they're addicted or they're talking to a long-lost parent. I don't know what the deal is, but I want to ask you guys, how do you feel about constantly being on your phone? If you had your baby brother or sister, if you had a cousin, how do you feel about what the doc is saying?
Good, thank you.
Do we want social media marketing? Because if you want social media marketing, if I really disagree with most of what you guys are saying, unfortunately. I think that it's super important to be on your phone, and do I think that you should have it as a child, as a young child? No. But I think it's really important to be fluent in social media.
But you're 24.
I am 24. And
did you have a phone when you were 10?
I got a phone when I was in 6th grade. So whatever.
Okay, so you were 12. You weren't 8.
Yes, and I don't think that you should have one at 8. I do agree with that. I think it's too young. I think that you should have a phone for emergencies, one of the little clicker button phones. But I think that if you're telling people that you can't be on your phone, you can't be gaming, you can't be doing things, we wouldn't have any of this, like Freddie said, if Gio wasn't gaming.
But you actively engage. You are one of the hardest working women I know. You've got jobs. You've got things strapped to you, and all we have to do is ask, and you've got a this, and you've got a that. You are hardworking, and you're engaged in everything that you do. So technology isn't running your life. You're using it to better your life. It's not running your life.
Correct, but that was taught to me by my parents. I wasn't born saying, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to do this. That was my parents telling me that.
So I would imagine that you have an innate sense of boundaries, that you're able to set your boundaries, to know when it's enough technology, when it's enough gaming, when it's enough binging on movies.
See it.
And
oh my gosh.
Do work. And he's saying, okay, because I was parented well, and my parents taught me well, but it's not me just knowing that,
so she's confirming what we've already talked about, that it's the parents.
Ask Hector.
Oh wait, I know that Ev wants to.
Okay, Ev.
Yes, I believe it goes down to parenting is the foundation, because when I grew up, I had access to technology, and that's something that's brought a lot of my creativity growing up. And I feel like if I didn't have technology when I was younger and I used it, I would dress up dolls and all that. If I didn't, I feel like I would have felt neglected a bit. But my mother set boundaries when it came to
Oh, thank you.
so I had certain time frames that I could only use it. And that's why now, in this day and age, I know some people can be addicted to their phones, but they don't know their limits and boundaries. If I see myself spending more than like 2 hours on my phone or like I think that's just too much for me, so I take a break. But it's important, like technology now is very important.
I know the jobs we have nowadays without technology. I wouldn't know how to code things, I wouldn't know how to fix, I wouldn't know how to work.
So you all have boundaries. But it goes back to what your wife made you say before we went to commercial break. It's setting boundaries. It's being a parent. We can't let, right, when we were growing up, it was the TV was babysitter, right? We had our kids and turned on Barney like that was the babysitter.
I hate to say this, when I grew up, I was watching Captain Kangaroo.
I was on Captain, no, Skipper Chuck was the show we had down at NBC. You guys want some lunch?
Among the ladies, I understand. What about Hispanics whose parents don't speak English?
You know what, Hector's both parents are psychologists.
Hector, your parents speak English, right? A little, okay? Does your parents speak English? They do. My parents didn't speak any English. My parents didn't speak any English. And one of the problems I had was that they were learning English from me. So
And your English is not so sexy.
My English is not so sexy. But I didn't have anything to do with phones. We didn't have phones back in the day.
I do, but I wanted to be in the crowd.
We'll serve the pizza in just a second.
So the other part of this equation, because I'm looking at them, they're in a different era of what's going on right now.
Sure.
But among Hispanics, because we're in Florida, where there's a large Hispanic population, a lot of parents don't speak English. The kids are going to school. The parents buy them the phone. You know why? Because they don't know how to communicate. A parent doesn't know how to communicate with the phone. And they give the kid the phone and say, learn it so you can teach me. And this is probably where I grew up thinking that it was okay to use a phone. It was okay to be on computers and be a gamer. It was okay. I think responsibility of how you grow up using it becomes a big factor.
So are there any tips, one tip that you can leave us with to help us balance our kids, to help us rid them of this addiction?
I'll go like this. So I have before me 5 recommendations to have a healthy brain. Okay? Number 1, be exercise. I don't like the word, but I'm a runner. I just ran 10 miles yesterday.
Wow.
And so as an extremist, well, I have a big race coming up in December. But what you want to do is be active, okay? And find something there. Number 2, I have them here. Be physically active. Practice mindfulness meditation. It works. Especially if someone's revved up, you know, these kids are so revved up, you know, you're talking about, you know, you guys are okay. You're gonna make it. Your kids are gonna make it. Your grandkids are gonna make it. You don't have to worry about anything, okay? Be compassionate. Be creative. Creativity. I play electric violin. I hadn't done it in a while, but be creative. Sing, dance. You know, get real. You know. And be out in nature. Get out in nature. For me, I'm like you. I'm in here, and I'm a hero. But what I do is when I run, I go outside, and I run 3, 4, 5 miles, and I'm a different person. So my thing is for the parents to do always something positive. Number 1, let them do something and find something positive. And if you get lucky, he or she will get a passion. And if she gets and he gets that, it's going to drive him to be more happy, more healthy,
more balanced.
More balanced.
It's about the balance.
Moving, baby.
And get your body moving. It's chi, your brain, it's getting engaged, creativity, all of it. Even learning how to make challah. We talked about that. Whatever it is, it's that touch. It's using your senses.
Yeah, whenever you feel sitting on the couch is the way to go, get up and do something.
I'm going to use that next time. Dr. Ron, how can people find you if they need help with their kids?
My office is in Boca here at 777.
Talking to your mic.
Oh. I have an office my office is in 7777 Glades Road, and that's where I am.
All right, you can contact Dr. Ron. You can always reach us at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on social media, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Our presence is growing thanks to our amazing social media crew. You should see them eating. They are loving this pizza. We are live at Ramona's.
At the same time. That's kind of scary.
You guys like the broccoli cheese? They're like, yeah.
Well, you like?
Thumbs up. Such good pizza. The pizza here is so good. We're at Ramona's Kosher Kitchen Cafe in West Boca. Stay tuned. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Boca. Products of purest natural ingredients and providing a safe alternative method for relief from many symptoms, creating a healthier lifestyle without the use of opioids. Use hemp Boca products for improved mental health and overall well-being. It's safe, legal, and non-psychoactive. Our pure and high-quality CBD is from clean industrial hemp, then extracted slowly over days to produce the strongest and most effective products on the market, made in the U.S. with no synthetic ingredients. Committed to bringing our customers the highest grade CBD oil on the market. Our industrial hemp, it's organic with no solvents and pesticides, gluten-free, vegan, full spectrum, and third-party double lab tested. Our top priority is your health and wellness, and we are confident you will love our products and the amazing relief so you can enjoy the things you love to do. Try our products and start living a healthier lifestyle. Hemp Boca. Good health and good sense are two of life's greatest blessings.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Does your business MobiPop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds, with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
And we are back, and Freddie's eating again, live at the Brooklyn Cafe at Ramona's Kosher Cafe in West Boca. We are between Lyons and 441 on Kimberly. Everyone is eating and enjoying. This place is packed. Ramona says, I love having you guys here. Look at you. I'm here. You're doing a nice balancing job. We were just talking about kids and technology and using our brains, rewiring our kids' brains. And you know what? I hate to agree with you, but I have to. It does come down to parenting and the word you hate of setting boundaries.
What do you mean you hate to?
I hate to agree with you, but it is, you know, as parents, we have a responsibility. We bring our kids into the world, and it's a responsibility to talk to them and to teach them values and morals and all of those things that we're supposed to be doing. We can't just rely on a TV. We can't rely on computers. We can't rely on cell phones to babysit.
It's really funny because we were just talking, it was something like, wow. And he over here, we were talking about the way Hispanics.
I forget
in the
she's
past
Hispanic, yes.
treated Alzheimer's in my family was a sandwich, the TV, and a soda, and I see you at the end of the day.
Well, you and I used to talk about that back in the day, and things have changed now.
Yeah, now they give you 2 sandwiches.
No, now you realize it takes a lot more help.
It does.
And when it's your parents versus your grandparents, you realize the game has changed. I have to tell you, though, Saturday night I went out for dinner. It was my father's 80th and my son's 25th. And it had been a little bump. Everyone knows we had a little bumpy road there with my dad. And by the grace of God, we had the most amazing dinner.
I saw the pictures. He looked great.
He looked amazing. And I actually sat at this table of 14 and I looked across the table. And we talk about filled with gratitude and mindfulness.
Right.
And you see overcoming these hurdles and everyone coming together, and that's really what it's all about. Is when you hurdles, speed bumps, whatever you want to call these mountains we go through in life. But when you actually look at the end of the day, and I got to enjoy dinner with them, it was really spectacular. My brother came in, and it was really nice. So happy 80th, Dad.
80?
80.
He was pretty good.
We didn't do a show on Thursday when it was his birthday. I didn't do a show with you until Friday, so.
Your son, Aaron.
And your father.
And my father, may he rest in peace, was his birthday.
So we're going to digress back to Thursday the 14th. It was my dad's 80th birthday. My son turned 25, and your dad would have been 89,
I didn't
right?
know your dad was 80.
80. So we've come a long way this year, right?
Yeah. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about the challenges that you face. I mean, it's funny because when you hit a certain age and they call you old, everybody begins to say, well, yeah, I'll listen to you, the old guy. Meanwhile, everything you've learned in life that they're learning, you've already forgotten. So they're bound to make the same mistakes without listening to the old guy. But I want to talk about challenges because I know, Ramona, you have a business here. Not easy having a business in Boca.
No, it's not.
It just is not.
It's not.
And you've had to go through hurdles and changes and the recipes and the food and the waiters and the timing of everything. Now you open Saturdays till midnight.
For the season, yeah. I mean, if it's not for the season, it's brutal. You were talking about mountains. I was going over boulder after boulder after boulder. But you know, you just keep your faith and you just give a good product, and word of mouth will get out there eventually. And I have to say, you guys have been terrific. I have an idea. We should have T-shirts made that say the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
So far, I like it.
And with my name on, and sponsored by Ramona. But you have to name.
You want every T-shirt to say that? It's a lot of T-shirts.
No, just a couple. I don't have that, but we could put your name because I have you on the wall. So
She
people
does have
always
us on
ask
the
me
wall.
about you.
It was cute when the kids were in here today. They looked at me, they looked at the wall, they looked at you, they looked at the wall.
That's right.
It was very, they went.
Very
and they had this
special
whole thing
people.
back and forth and back and forth. Ramona, you make this home, and I know it's special to you because it's your mom's name.
Yes.
That's how we ended up here.
Yes.
And we laughed about it. We said, how does a Jewish girl and a Puerto Rican guy from the Bronx come together?
I didn't name Ramona.
When Ramona is Orthodox, that's how.
That's
You
really
bring it all together.
We work it all together.
Right? We work it all together.
well, right.
I have a couple over there that I don't even think that are kosher, but they heard about the food here. So it's like really,
But I
we have
want
good
people to
food.
know that you don't have to be kosher to
You
come
don't
here.
have to be kosher, and I want people to understand that you don't have to be kosher to come here and enjoy our food. Just ask the kids over there.
The food is incredible.
No, it
I
is.
had the Brooke eats like I do. The eggs and potatoes, so good. The pizza, gone. You've never seen 2 pizzas go in 2 commercial blocks as fast as they
fast.
did, right?
They're delicious, though.
4 minutes of commercials, they ate 2 pizza, which is absolutely incredible. And Ann, we're going to talk on Wednesday about overcoming obstacles, right? That's the energy of the week. Obstacles. That was last week's. I missed last week. Sorry.
She wasn't here last week.
I missed last week. So I had to overcome a lot of obstacles. We're talking about the energy of the week.
I have pizza in my hand.
That's okay. Tell us the energy of the week.
The energy of the week is amazing because it ties in with everything we've talked about. Is that, first of all, live life like you're living it. That's number one. This is the energy of the week. And one of the tips and tools we're going to talk about, which ties in what Dr. Ron was saying, was that if you want something, you have to work for it. If you want something that's really yours and own it, and that's what's happening, we were talking about the parents, is that you got to work with your kids so that they know the boundaries, so that they know the rules, so that they have the skill set not to be led by technology. So it's all part of this week's stuff.
Things don't come, not everything comes easy, but then when things fall in your lap and you realize that is the message and that's the place you're supposed to be, but sometimes we're so busy spinning in circles. What are you doing? We're so busy spinning in circles that we don't pay attention to, right? We're climbing boulders and mountains and all of these things.
What's the
Ramona.
matter with you?
I don't know. What happened to you? She'll give you the mic back.
I handed Brooke that one, but I'll take this one.
Oh, okay, there
and
you go.
That's what I said.
Oh, and then she
I'm
got
watching
quiet.
too much of Burns and Allen lately. I'm trying to be just like Gracie.
But Freddie was talking the other day. You were explaining to my daughter, actually, the other day, about having faith and walking with a cup of water behind your back.
That's true.
Right?
That's a trick that I was taught when I was a kid. If you take a cup of water and you hold it this way and you put it behind your back, pretty easy, right?
Try it.
I mean, you could do it. It's not that difficult.
Okay.
Try doing it all day.
Go.
And I guarantee you it's going to be hard. It's the same thing like, can you hold your arm out? Can you keep that for 24 hours? Consistency is what makes you great. It's one of the reasons that even though Tom Brady, I can't stand him because he is that good. He's the best. Derek Jeter, these guys kept their arm out for 24 hours because they're that great. And in your business, this food and the way you deliver is holding your arm out for 24 hours. And that's what separates you from everybody else. Now, in this game, everybody will say, oh, come on, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, when you watch what you've done, you're the best at it.
Well, look at this restaurant.
I remember when we first came here, there was nobody in it.
No,
But look
I
at
had
the
to ask people to
conversation
come.
that's going on. It's truly family style.
Yes.
Everybody is here. Everybody's enjoying their conversation, sharing pictures, just going all along, and then the food. And everybody's looking at to see who's got what, who's doing what, what's getting where, and enjoying it.
More kids here than I've ever seen.
And you know what? And there's the plus side of technology. You're sitting in a restaurant, right, and you're sharing pictures. So there is good to technology. It enables you to see your grandson grow up without being there, and share the pictures and share the videos. But there's boundaries, there's limits that we have to do.
Where does your grandson live?
In Tampa, one of them.
Oh, because mine's in New York, my grandchildren. If it wasn't for FaceTime, I would be lost. I'd be devastated. Thank God for FaceTime that I can get and see them, and I watch them grow a little bit, and then I'll make a trip. But, you know, there is good things, but it doesn't mean that you sit there and you just, like, play games all day and look at some really bad stuff.
Now, to be fair, there are people that I know that are having a hard time with their kids because they can't reach them. They don't understand what it is that they're going through. And that part of the brain right now sort of gets away from you a little bit. And I know this for me personally, there was a time when I thought that I was losing control of what was going on with my kids because I wasn't fast enough. You know, kids nowadays are fast, man. They are so fast that I ended up coaching to get faster. And I did it for 21 years because of it. I have to think just as fast as they do. Their brains are so fast, they'll slip right by you.
Right by.
And then you won't even know what's going on. And that's what I think is the change today. We have to make a change as parents and grandparents. We got to change the game. We got to get faster at what we do.
We have to be powers. Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's not easy being a kid right now.
No.
The pressures, I mean, I laugh all the time. I say, thank goodness I'm not a kid right now going through college and trying to go through the pressures, and it's harder and harder in the social media and the bullying. It's not easy to being a kid.
Oh.
It's not easy holding that picture of water.
And it's not easy being a parent
Mazel
right now.
tov.
Mazel tov. There you go.
Well, and it's funny because I tell our producers, I say, we're not going to do one remote. We're not going to do back-to-back. We're not going to do what they call belly-to-belly-to-belly. We're going to do a quad, which means 4 remotes in a week. And this isn't easy. It's gotten easier. I noticed today you guys got it done so much quicker. Everything moves quicker.
You guys got this set up in about 20 minutes today.
And what they don't understand is I'm purposely trying to train them to think faster. We have to think faster. We have to be faster. You got to pick up on your kids. You got to communicate. You got to talk to your kids. But you know what? Use your eyes and your ears when you communicate, and they're not talking because they are talking.
Oh, yeah.
A phone is just an instrument. The reason they're using it is the chorus. And that's what you got to discover. And if you do that, you're going to be all right.
When I was bringing up my child, my daughter Jessica now is 38 years old. So when I was bringing her up, there were no cell phones and there was really no computers in the house. She actually played hopscotch, climbed trees, went on, we went on vacation. We actually sat in the car and we spoke. These days, my grandchildren, there's TVs behind both of them, and they have their headphones on. And when I'm saying hello, my daughter Jessie will say, "Ma," she says, "Ma, they don't hear you."
I just got to tell you, you all just have to come to Ramona's because talk about a family restaurant. You are so amazingly lovely. It is, Freddie. It's like being home.
Can you play dominoes here?
People come and bring mahjong, and they'll spend the afternoon playing mahjong.
It really is.
So that means you can play the dominoes. So bring dominoes.
You know when you get sick and you call your mom.
Backgammon.
Backgammon, checkers, chess.
We're going to create a game. We're going to create the Brooklyn Cafe game. And a stop along the way will have to be Ramona's. It'll have to be one of our stops on the game board.
Yes, we have a board with...
Hector, we're going to get that.
We'll turn the wheel so everybody in here can play as part of the game.
Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys.
But it's not easy being a kid these days. It's not easy being a parent. I'm glad my kids are grown. And then I think one day when I'm a grandparent, it's going to be a whole another can of worms to open up.
Yeah, but also it's not easy to be growing older these days because nobody wants to be growing older.
Well,
Everybody.
I just said that to Brooke about 52. I call it something else.
Yeah,
but
I mean
52,
nobody really
hasn't
wants.
been so great.
Well, I'm older than her, but I've never had an injection. Never.
I can't say the same, but Brooke is
I've had
spectacular.
Spectacular. You remember, there was a famous actress. What was her name?
Oh, I don't know. Let's
They never
pick one.
aged. They never aged.
Susan Lucci. Elizabeth Taylor, she aged.
Oh,
that's at the very end. Lucci still hasn't aged.
Susan Lucci has not aged, right.
But there has to be a stop. You have to know when enough is enough. Like aging is good, but to do it gracefully with healthy skin is the key. I mean, I used to get rid of wrinkles that I keep on my face now because I am 62. So it's not about me not wanting to totally age. It's about how I do it in such a way that it's okay to get older. It's okay to dress older.
Having fun doesn't matter. I mean, think about it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone gets older, right?
Sometimes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, everyone gets older, but not everyone grows older. You get the difference?
Yes.
We all get older, but...
We may not grow. We have to
So
learn
what do
from
we
our
have to do?
experiences.
I'm 76 and a half. I just ran 10 miles.
That's unbelievable.
No,
76.
it's not. Anyone can do it. Oh, and that's not the truth. But we all want to grow older. We don't want to get older.
We want to grow older. That's funny. I think I said that to you last week, didn't I?
What? You're gonna run 10
About
miles?
getting older versus growing older.
My
'Cause we
husband
can
is 80 years old, and he actually has one of the customers mopping the floor.
He certainly does.
Only Sam Levine can do that.
He spills the water, and then he has the customer cleaning it up. If you come to Ramona's, just feel like you're going to be at home. You'll be cleaning.
It is. It's
Pick
just
up a
like
mop.
being at home.
It is. The coffee pot's over there, so it feels like you're at home.
Pick up a mop.
And Brooke, I'm loving what you're doing with all the herbs. I can't wait to come by and see really the horsetail. I don't know about the liquefied horsetail, but
Lemongrass, horsetail, aloe gels, let's see, bee pollen, carrot, vitamin K.
and this all goes on topically.
All topically, but we also have, when you come in, there's teas, all herbal teas.
Do you make your own tea?
No, I don't do
Okay.
that, but I do tell you how to mix them so that in one cup of tea you can have about 4 or 5 different tea bags.
Really?
Yep.
It's a whole experience. How big is your place?
How big is it? Oh, it's about 2 suites put together. 2 suites.
But she has it set up so nicely
Can't wait
and
to go
so
see it.
clean. Yeah, it's right down the block. Like I said, I'm going there right after the show.
Learning how to put all the pieces together. You're still eating. There's one slice left
No,
yet.
good.
You can't have that slice?
Bye, guys. Bye. I'll see you again.
I do.
Only
likes your-
if you come with those pants.
Billy bag of donuts. Not one.
Your name is Ziggy? Look. I've never seen anyone have a necklace like mine. How funny is that? You maybe designed mine too.
And
Are you a jeweler?
a hat like Freddie's.
Look, he's got a necklace like mine and a hat like Freddie's.
I have 17 hats.
Do you? I got 4.
And he's got kosher donut pants.
But he has a lot of donuts. Big bag of
He
donuts.
likes your hat, Freddie. That's a picture, right?
Now this is a picture worth 1,000 words.
That's a picture. I know.
One cream-filled donut here, preferably in the front. Think about it.
No, I really don't want to, but thank you for playing.
What kind of donut?
Cream filled.
Oh.
Hilarious, and there you have it.
Yeah, well.
Gotta love what we do, Freddie.
I'm not saying nothing.
All right.
60 and over, anything's allowed.
All right, Teddy, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, more from Ramona's. Write us in your comments. Let us know what's going on with your kids as far as gaming, technology. And if you've been to Ramona's, if not, come on out. The pizza's delicious. You're open
Very
till what
nice.
time tonight?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock tonight. Come on out. It's like being home. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
The first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet, TV, radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video, let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Well, welcome.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. What a show.
And do you know what today's question is?
What?
Have you ever in your life, and you could be honest, ever sent somebody opposite direction when they asked you for directions?
No. Have you
ever done that?
No.
I have.
Of course you have.
Yes, I have.
Have you guys ever done that?
Anybody ever done that?
Not on purpose.
That's what I was going to say, not on purpose.
I could say not on purpose too, but it wouldn't be true. Hector, you've done that, right? Give people the opposite directions. They're supposed to go this way and you send them that way?
Yes.
It must be a Puerto Rican thing.
Just
No, you've done that, right?
Maybe it's just a Latin
That's
thing.
it. It wasn't done on purpose.
Oh, Rhonda, come on.
Not on purpose.
You and it's in this direction.
Ramon, you got Sam working really hard today.
I have him working hard every day. It keeps
Really?
him young. He's 80 years old.
Is on the phone. He wants to talk to you.
Holy
It's a
smokes!
raise.
You got Sam working way too
Sam,
hard
come
today.
say hello.
Are you working very hard? What? Are you working very hard?
Very hard.
I see that.
I'm going to ask for an increase in salary.
I just told him.
What's the chances of getting it?
None. Nil.
Slim
I just told him that, right? His agent's on the phone.
He's just working hard. I mean, he's making pizza and water and cleaning up and mopping the floor.
Now, have you
Keeps him young.
Have you done anything new to the menu? Added anything new?
Oh, we are. We're coming out with a brand new menu. Well, we're adding some things. We're adding different salads now. We have desserts. I have cheesecake. I have carrot cake. I had the hot chocolate souffle with the ice
You have
cream.
real cheesecake?
Yeah, I'll give you a piece. I have a piece right here for you guys.
Well, hold on a second. Can you serve real cheesecake? I'm confused.
Yes, it's dairy. This is
It's
not
a dairy
meat restaurant.
restaurant.
It's a dairy restaurant.
It is a dairy. Well, I was thinking it was non-dairy.
It's non-meat.
I know. Was that
I
real
could
cheese?
do
I
a-
don't even know what it is anymore. It is real cheese.
There's
Yeah,
no
it's
meat
real
here.
cheese.
Can I eat that? Yeah. Because listen, I am giving up sugar.
So what did she say? I don't know.
Let me get you guys some cheesecake.
And no, stay right there. And it's not what she said; it's the way she said it. man.
Really?
It was like really sincere. It says, "I don't feed cancer." Whoa, and that hit home. Because I'm my own worst enemy.
Pretty
And
much.
don't agree so much. You can say no, Freddie. Don't worry about it.
Food does a lot of good. Food can heal and food can be great, but some of these things that our body isn't used to, like medications and prescription drugs, we need them for some things, but if we can go back to basics, sometimes you're better off, Freddie, with regular sugar than that other stuff.
Or what about moderation?
Well, that's a whole nother thing.
I moderate. I get 15 cups of coffee a meal.
Maybe that's the hashtag of today. Moderation for everything. Technology, sugar, foods.
Exercise.
Right?
Are you going to be serving cauliflower?
Pizza.
Cauliflower pizza I can do, yeah, but I can't make a cauliflower crust. That's my problem.
What do you mean crust?
For gluten-free. I can't do a cauliflower crust because we have to wash it's a whole process. We have to wash our cauliflower first. And so to do that, it gets all like limpy, and so we don't get a good crust out of it.
Don't
Don't
do
even go
it.
there.
You got limpy crust.
I got a limpy. And no cream on.
And no cream-filled donuts on his pants is all I can tell
Not
you.
only that, but he's telling me that cream-filled donut joke 4 times, and I'm looking at it.
Because you didn't laugh at it the
Because we
first time.
didn't give him any expression on
Because
it.
he thought we were done, we weren't getting it, right? I was going to say, go right through those bills. All right, so cauliflower, if we were to
I
take
could do
it
cauliflower.
and squash it and dough it, can you dough up?
You can't because we have to wash it first.
I'll wash it for you.
No, but it has to be washed and soaked and checked for bugs.
What kind of cauliflower you get?
The same one that you get, sweetie.
Really?
Our broccoli's all frozen. I don't. They're very healthy. They're high in protein. So that's when you could have a smoothie. Because if you had a smoothie with cauliflower, then you could definitely have the bug.
Have you ever seen a smoothie with cauliflower?
That's what I mean. No. So I don't eat fresh broccoli. I don't eat fresh cauliflower for years. Yeah.
This is so fascinating that cauliflower is so difficult to make the crust. Because everybody sells it. Are they doing the right thing?
They're not. They're not. If they're not washing it, which if you're not kosher, you don't have to wash it. So if you have to wash it, then it becomes limpy.
They don't. It becomes limpy. They don't sell.
Today must be a day off of
already
school.
washed cauliflower.
They do, but it's still not fresh as it should be. There is, though. I was in Trader Joe's, and they have some amazing crusts made out of some. Ask me now. I don't remember, but so many amazing crusts made out of so many amazing things, like spinach crusts and sweet potato crust. So I'm trying to see if I can get a kosher brand of that, because that would probably be awesome.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
It doesn't get limpy.
Doesn't get limpy.
Not limpy.
Is there no school today? Is it a Jewish holiday that I'm not aware of?
No.
Okay.
This is everyday travel.
Oh, these in New York, maybe these kids might be visiting from New York. Maybe there's
maybe.
in New York. I know it's teachers,
okay.
whatever,
So it's a vacation day. Because I'm thinking, you've had a lot of kids in here today.
grandchildren, because they have off in New York.
Ah, see that? It's a whole
I
nother
didn't know.
world.
When I first got here, I saw all these kids in here. I says, I think we got the
He
wrong
calls me, he
thing.
says, you sure we're doing Ramona's today? This place is packed. You
Yeah,
gotta call.
no,
You
you're
better get
always
over here.
welcome. You know, you're always welcomed.
Yeah, but there was a lot of people. And then she
Okay,
told me
so-
move the rabbis. I ain't doing it. I was not doing
I
that.
texted her. I meant to say move, use a little muscle. I said move the elbow
Did
them
you tell
out.
Sam to move the rabbi?
No, this rabbi happens to give a class here every Monday. So, he's very flexible. It wouldn't be
He
like,
said that. That's a word that is not
He
in. The rabbi was making a joke about the word flexible. I was listening to
He did.
everything
He moved
going
from
on
here
over
to
there.
here. They were
Very
very
flexible.
nice. And Ramona's is amazing. Brooke, I can't wait to see everything that you've got offering there. Because
can't wait for you to come
if I can
by.
look like you, heck, I'm
You're-
so in.
did you bring a catalog?
You won't know where to look first. When you
Oh my
walk in
gosh.
through the doors, you'll be like, where? I mean, there's
What do you
so much.
What
to
do you
look at.
like
So much
the most
equipment.
of what you do? Of all the things you do,
Oh my gosh.
and you can only pick one.
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 I like the salt treatment.
More
with
than
the
anything
oxygen.
else.
Yeah. I do.
Really?
I do. I like the salt
That's
treatment.
a big craze too. the
Because
salt
as you're putting that on, you're inhaling it, and it's just great. And a lot of people, because of Florida, have sinus issues.
Yes.
The humidity, the mold, everything that the pollen, anything that's coming in there. There's also a remedy that I have even for helping that.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Brooke, tell them.
Teddy's
Your
not going too.
Your daughter. when her
Brooke,
girls-
tell them about when you work with cancer patients.
I do. There's, I have an office here in Boca, and I was in their office where my office used to be located. And so now any of the patients going through any chemo or treatment or pre or post or in between, they come to me for certain treatments to help ease them for whether their skin or
Really?
nausea or something.
Even if they're taking chemo or after chemo.
After treatment.
After treatment.
So I have some that, depending on what it is that they're getting, it could be during, but then also afterwards, and then a little prepping before.
And it's not IV therapy.
It's not IV therapy.
Wow.
It's just some TLC.
That's impressive.
That's
See,
pretty
that's
good.
what I really like because
That's
I mean,
really
think
good.
about
It's
even when I was.
TLC. I have one from the Cleveland Clinic that was having injections. I forgot what it was, and she had follicular cancer. And they sent her from the Cleveland. They had my card, and she would come and visit me
Wow.
for just that nice, wonderful, healing, the relaxation, It's very calm and peaceful in my place. It's just very quiet.
It sounds amazing.
People fall asleep or just so relaxed they don't want to leave. It's like, okay, on the count of 3, you can open your eyes now. 1, 2, 3. Open. And they just fall asleep.
You could always tell when she's just about finished. She does this to your earlobes.
All right, there you go. You hear that? Feel that on your lips. You
When
know
she
your
does
face is
this to
almost
your
done.
earlobes, you know it's over.
She does a Carol Burnett move.
Yeah, but she kind of like massages them a little.
I remember that.
Really
Yeah.
unbelievable. How can people find you?
Well, the website is Skin Fusion Studio. There's Facebook, Skin Fusion Studio Facebook. And then there's, sometimes I'll be invited to be a guest speaker somewhere to talk about health, nutrition, foods, supplements, only how it pertains to the skin, the body, healing from the inside out, why acne, what happens there, pH, and then how skincare can help.
And the psychology that goes with all of that.
Yeah, if you want to change,
No,
you're
that's
ready
another
for it.
show.
I was invited to the Coral Springs. It was a wellness center. It was a wellness. I'll never forget. I was talking about smoking, the effects of smoking, lack of oxygen, and how that affects the skin, the body, hair, nails, everything. And this one woman just kept looking at me. And then I'm thinking, did I say something wrong? And I'm like, uh-oh. I got done, and the next thing you know, she comes over, she goes, I thought you were talking about me. I go, well, no, it's in general.
Inadvertently, I was.
She became one of my clients and quit smoking.
But it's funny because the psychology behind what you do is tremendous. It is the number one reason that people don't seek out help. Because they're afraid of what they look like in psychology, and it just changes relationships, it changes marriages, it changes children, it changes the view on life,
Changes
depression.
everything. I mean, think about it. You just change. If you even change the amount of coffee you drank in a day, it would change everything.
No, I don't do that to you.
I'm not asking you to change, but if
The
you
one
just
vice I got left, you took away
I know, I
ketchup.
took away your
You took
ketchup,
away
too.
salt. You took away everything.
One of my customers, coffee from sunrise to sunset, 3 teaspoons of sugar each coffee.
No, I wouldn't do that. As a matter of fact, now I don't think I'm going to do sugar again. I think I'm putting an end to it. I can drink this.
Moderation.
Terry drinks it black.
pretty
Right.
soon you're going to be like me and Brooke eating squash soup and eggs.
No. I'll do the squash soup, but that
You like
can't-
my squash soup.
But that can't be a staple.
We are live at Ramona's Kosher Kitchen. We are on Kimberly Boulevard between Lyons and 441. Come on out. It's just spectacular. She now is open Saturday nights from 7 o'clock.
To midnight.
Monday through Thursday. Monday through Friday.
Sunday through Thursday from 9:30, 10 o'clock until 8 o'clock. I
gotta
say
love
that,
the
yeah.
Ish.
And Saturday she has Latino hours till midnight, baby.
Ishes. If people are here, I stay open. I'm from
Don't say
Brooklyn.
that because I'm going to show up at 11:30. If you're not open, you're going to see one angry Puerto Rican.
Got an ish is all I can say. She's an ish-ish.
I'll call you and say you got to open. I'm here.
Oh, my gosh.
You remember going to White Castles?
No.
You remember White Castles?
Oh, yeah. The
I
belly
never had
burgers.
one, but I used to see them because my husband and my son love white
Belly-
Castle
belly
burgers.
burgers.
I would just look at them like they're having a.
I'm going to bring you one from Publix. They sell them in the freezer. You got to have at least one, and then you can call it a day.
Before I was religious, we used to go out dancing at about 2 in the morning, 3 in the
Roseland?
morning.
Was that you at Roseland?
That was, no, I was on Queens Boulevard, but that was me. Me and my girlfriend Dorothy.
You never went to Roseland?
No, that was the Bronx.
Manhattan.
No.
Roseland, 54th Street.
No,
Studio
no.
50
Studio 54, yeah.
That's where I saw you.
I've been in Studio 54. I also drove a cab. So when I used to drive cabs, people would get into the cab.
drove a cab.
Yeah, I was the second female cab driver. I drove a checkered cab in Manhattan. So when people would come into, like they get out of the subway, there'd be this one guy with like 6 girls, you know, they get into the cab, I drive them 1 block, and they felt like, oh, whatever.
Nice tip?
Yeah, of course.
You drove a yellow cab or
A yellow
gypsy?
cab, a checkered cab.
Do you know what a non-yellow cab was called in New York?
A what cab?
A non-yellow. If it wasn't a yellow cab, what was it called?
Levine, what was a non-yellow cab called in New York?
Livery was one. It was called a gypsy.
Oh, a gypsy cab, right. Yeah.
Going back.
Going back some time.
Well, that too. I was a gypsy.
You got in there, you never got back.
That's true.
She's got him working hard. All right, everyone. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you Wednesday because tomorrow we are moving into our studio. We're located at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard. Come on out. It is unpacking day. You
Second
guys.
Avenue.
It's Boca Raton Boulevard is the same as Second Avenue.
I understand.
Sorry.
But people, Second Avenue. for
Second
you
Avenue,
people
they
that
find
don't-
somebody's house.
Can only count to four. Is Second Avenue. It's
Oh,
right through
Boca
those
Raton
houses.
Boulevard. I know where
Boca
that is.
Raton Boulevard.
It's where the little Pontina was.
It's right through the
Right through the hole.
them houses.
Have a great day, everyone.
Right over there.
Be kind to each other.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
About it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.